Hello, everyone. I'm Brown Exotical Glow. So, I've been noticing this trend online, basically like a witch hunt going on when it comes to light-skinned exotical women. Basically, women online trying to destroy or taint the image of light-skinned exoticals, even going as far as to I feel like stripping them of their opportunities, trying to take them off their pedestal. So, the stereotype I noticed with light-skinned women that's being pushed is like mean girls, like a stuck-up B-word, bougie, like a whore, manipulative, competitive, or like a witch, man stealer, or just like a trophy piece. So growing up in like the inner city and like a more working class, lower middle class neighborhood, it was majority like monoracially black. I feel like most light-skinned exoticals were like often fetishized, adultified, or like overly sexualized based on their skin tone. I feel like they're also very groomed within like the monoracial black family. They get extra attention, extra praise, money, and pedestalized. Also, like a lot of light-skinned women that I knew in the inner city were pushed or encouraged to like date older drug dealers or like scammers, like the fast money type guys. Like I guess like what you call like the YNs. Um, I feel like it was like very acceptable and normalized like within the inner city. I don't know how it was in other communities like in the suburbs, but I remember my mom telling me a story of her cousin like back in the day. Her older sister had made her like get with this older drug dealer for money. So that those type of stories happen all too often, unfortunately, with light-skinned exoticals. My great grandmother was a beautiful light-skinned exotical. She was like black and Italian descent, and she mostly dated like unambiguous dark-skinned men, black men. She was also from the inner city. She would date men like the black guys with the fast money, and she experienced a lot of abuse. She also experienced a lot of abandonment. She had like multiple children. She mostly had to raise them all on her own. And I also thought about like a history of like the quadroon balls in New Orleans. These were like social events where like wealthy monoracial white men would meet up with these free women of color, particularly like mixed race, black and white heritage. And I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. I think it's called placage relationships. I'm sorry. Basically like concubine, they would get financial support, and these were presented as like financial arrangements, but it was more like exploitation for these men that had like a fetish for light skinned exotical women. I also noticed with like a lot of ex light-skinned women, specifically those with like a monoracial mother that's not like conventionally attractive, there's always like this huge disconnect when the mother treats them like some type of trophy piece, tries to live through them, or they're often exploited or like forced to like navigate the world on their own. And the mother often grooms her or neglects or abuses her and usually spoils the brother. I've seen this a lot with like I don't know if you all remember Corinne Steffens. Her mom was very abusive to her. And I also noticed in an interview, Tina Knowles talked about how her mom favored her brothers over her. And also Brittany Renner, she also had kind of a strained relationship with her monoracial white mother. And also, if you've been watching like Basketball Wives, Chantel Christie, she had a huge fight with her mom that went viral. Um, Her mom was kind of, I guess, exploitative and abusive to her as well. And I feel like a lot of light-skinned exoticals are pushed towards sex work or getting married to a monoracial man that is usually like a thug, like the fast money type, like I mentioned before, or like an athlete, where they're expected to be some type of star, kind of pushed into the spotlight. I also believe a lot of light-skinned people are made as a result of like two insecure monoracials or like an older male-centered exotical who's trying to stay in a relationship and like trying to live her life through a child, trying to basically redo her life. And also usually like with the monoracial man that has like a fetish for like non-black women or exotic women, he wants to have a light-skinned daughter. Yeah, I see that dynamic a lot. I noticed that. Also, I feel like as a light-skinned woman, you will be pushed toward the spotlight or be in like leadership positions. But like while you're there, you'll be held to like a very high, very unrealistic standard. Like you have to be perfect, like flawless. You can't have a past, you can't have any personality flaws or anything. Once and also once you are in that spotlight, if you start to elevate too high, you're too talented, you're actually talented, or you actually are smart, people will start like digging into your past, picking you apart. They'll come for your past relationships, trying to label you like a whore or that you're a gold digger, especially if you attract a lot of men with that are of a certain status that have money. They'll even accuse you as being a witch. We often hear that about Beyonce, that she does witchcraft. That may or may not be true. I'm not sure, but she wouldn't be the only one. They think that you sabotage others. Also, Beyonce, people think that she sacrificed the whole Destiny Child to get where she is, not that she just was talented and worked hard and she was maybe the favored one of the group. Um, they'll accuse you of sleeping your way to the top. I often hear that a lot about Kamala Harris when she was running. People were digging into her sexual past, her dating life. They'll try to compare you to other people as a way to humble you or say that you don't deserve it. Also, like I said, with Beyonce, people would compare her to Michelle. I would often hear times growing up like, oh, well, Michelle's actually, I'm sorry, not Michelle. Kelly is actually just as pretty, or she's prettier than Beyonce. She's more talented, but people only like Beyonce because she's light skinned, even though Beyonce is very talented. I mean, Kelly is too, but Beyonce is also very talented, very hardworking, and very disciplined. Um, Instead of like people fighting for equality or inclusion, they would rather just swipe you off the board completely. I see a lot of unambiguous dark skinned women. I feel like they're afraid to compete. So they only feel comfortable like in your absence or if you're just gone completely. Like Tyra Banks and um, Naomi Campbell are a good example that to me that a light-skinned woman and a dark-skinned woman can both coexist in the same field and be equally as successful. Like they're both icons, even though one is a light-skinned black woman, one is a dark-skinned black woman. So it's not that dark-skinned women, black women can't compete. Some just feel like they aren't able to. But also, light-skinned women are often demonized and stereotyped for playing the cards that they were dealt. It's not that all light-skinned women are innocent. It's just that light-skinned women are human beings trying to survive in an unfair world. We live in a world of capitalism and patriarchy. So it's not really a fair playing field for anyone. You have to play the cards that you were dealt. Um, I feel like placing such a harmful stereotype on a group of people is extremely dangerous. It causes humans to turn a blind eye when abuse towards that specific group, light-skinned women in particular, takes place because people already have this preconceived notion based on negative stereotypes. Basically, like it reminds me of like the Cassie and Diddy situation because people already view like light-skinned women as like whores or gold diggers. People were quick to try to, not believe Cassie or try to demonize her and say, oh, she knew what she was doing. She liked it. She was, try to make it seem like she was just down for everything, that she wasn't abused. Also, when Cynthia G used to make those videos of preferences being harmed at the hands of a monoracial man, they would say things, well, oh, well, she got the same black man. So to me, it's very harmful. It's dehumanizing. Like light-skinned women are humans. No one is deserving of being abused, no matter who they are. Um, Also, monoracial men will use you to boost their ego, up their status, or to make more light-skinned girl babies, I feel like. You'll be offered money, expensive items, opportunities, trips, and a lot of insecure monoracial women will hate you for it. If you decide to get some enhancements, fillers, a BBL, it will be called out quickly. people are quick to call out when light-skinned celebrities like Beyonce get any type of plastic surgery. They just, even though it's most people in the industry, most celebrities have some type of plastic surgery, no matter what race they are. It's pretty common. Um, and if you are a light-skinned woman that is shy, neurodivergent, social anxiety, or just not a people person, you will be demonized. Like you will be like the devil. Um, if you have like a mean streak, you decide you want to be petty or you want to talk shit back to somebody or you want to ignore people or decide not to respond, people will label you evil or accuse you of trying to hurt people just for the simple fact that you don't want to engage with people. If you are a light-skinned woman and you date a man of a certain status who possibly may have participated in shady or illegal behaviors, you will be targeted. You will be the one demonized for his behavior. People will try to dethrone you. I feel like it's like kind of like when Will and Jada, people painted her out to be a predator. I mean, I know they both are supposedly into a certain type of lifestyle, but I've only seen people attack Jada. I haven't seen people attack Will for their lifestyle at all. Like I've heard Will Smith has participated in some questionable relationships or but I don't see people, attacking Will Smith. Beyonce and Jay-Z, allegedly participated in some acts. I mean, he was at Diddy parties, he hung with Diddy, but people are more putting the focus on Beyonce and trying to basically destroy her image along with his. Basically, if you are an attractive exotical attached to a shady man, you will be the one that people attack the most. They're trying to knock you off this pedestal that they placed you on in their heads. People will also be quick to try to pit you against dark-skinned exoticals by comparing your features or trying to label you jealous or that you're plotting against them. I feel like it's unambiguous Black people's attempt to try to divide and conquer the exotical community, trying to keep us separated and against each other. So, all in all, this is what I've noticed currently going on, especially in the social media space. I'm sure this also trickles down to, I'm sure it happens in real life. So, just please be aware of these tactics being used against you. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for the next one. Thank you.